What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can...
All right, I didn't do this because I had two Eagles fans on here,
Yes,
but I just think it's gonna be a good game based off of the records.
Marianne, no, that was her name. I apologize.
All right, Sor, give us your predictions for the Eagles, man.
I know. I first and foremost, I know I'm the only one here going with Philly, and that the reason being is because they needed, and going back to kind of even what you and Don said, because y'all had us losing to the Commanders originally, they needed a loss to kind of wake up. Thinking that because I'm thinking this loss to the Jets was the loss. Lane Johnson will be coming back. We have had a lot of injured guys. That is no excuse. Obviously, it's next man up mentality. We are getting some guys back, defensive wise, but obviously, once Lane Johnson went out, it was over. And I get everybody saying, run the ball, all that stuff. But Jalen Hurts was your most efficient runner. DeAndre Swift couldn't do anything on the ground. Whenever he was on, he would be constantly losing yardage. This is kind of because if they won it, it'd been like, it was a close win. We were able to squeak it out. They're taking account of this gives them more accountability of we lost and we know we should not have lost to this team. We know that we're the better team, all that stuff. This is a game that we should not have lost and we lose. And Vic, I know you're going to blame Brian Johnson. I'm, again, not getting in the debate. I can agree with some of your stuff. Yes, red zone does still need to work. He's had a top offense. Red zone does need to work. Statistically, he has had top offense numbers. Red zone, I agree. Sure, that needs work. But people talking about the Kenneth Gainwell, because he is the better blocker out of the running back, he is the better blocker. That is why he's in the installs. He also was not the one that had 3 interceptions, fumbled the ball. That was Goddard, Hurts, and Swift. I'm not saying he needs to come out scot clean. That is not me saying that that's not me saying that at all. Because I'm surprised that wasn't one of your questions, Vic. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, no, Johnson already came out and said that the reason that Hurts had that third interception was all on him.
Correct.
He's already came out and said it. It was all on him. Bad play calling. As I've been saying from last year, that would be the issue from the Eagles. But let's go. Dante, I believe you're up.
And sometimes it is just you need a bad loss to wake you up, and that's kind of what this was. Again, Lane Johnson's going to be back. And, as we've seen, we have a lot better success with Lane Johnson. And I don't know what it is, probably because he's the best tackle, but still.
Yeah, but Lane...
I know I'm alone in this, but I feel like this is a loss that was needed to kind of have them get their ish together.
No, I think this loss this week is what's going to happen to get their ish together. Nothing's better than... So you're already coming off a loss that you probably shouldn't
lose
have
in the
taken.
Kelly Greens. It just can't happen.
That ain't going to save you from this loss, though. It's great, fine and dandy. There's going to be a lot. And then they're playing at home, too, in the Kelly Greens, man. You never want to follow up a loss by that much pressure coming into this game. Such a historic game, bringing back the Kelly Greens and all that stuff matters.
Miami should have won their traditional.
It was the highest grossing jersey sale this year for a reason, and it wasn't even close.
Correct.
Eagles fans are passionate, but
Correct.
What's going to wake them up is not only taking the loss that they did last week, but losing this week with all the pressure in their face. I think it's a close game, but I honestly think that Brian Johnson is going to make another mistake by not utilizing somebody he needs to utilize. AJ Green. Or not AJ Green. I'm sorry. AJ Brown.
He's been being utilized.
I know, but this is the week that it's going to slow down.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean now. Okay,
you're not going to be able to get the ball out to AJ when there's a ton of pressure that's going to be in Jalen's face this week. And when he's running outside of the pocket, they got a great safety and great linebackers on this team too. And it's going to be a challenge for Jalen this week. It's going to be a challenge for DeAndre Swift. It's not even the cornerbacks that are going to have to do a lot of work when they're working up front. Everybody knows that. A great front seven makes your cornerbacks look awesome. It buys them time to do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
But what is Brian Johnson going to do as a offensive coordinator going to Jalen and say, be confident, stand in the pocket and get it to AJ. He's getting open every single time. You're going to get touched. This is a game where you're going to get touched and you're just going to have to take it. But put that Bryce Young type of mentality. I'm gonna stand in the pocket. I'm gonna sling this thing. This is the game that's going to test Jalen on what his pocket awareness and pocket presence is going to be. I don't think he's going to be able to kill him with his legs this time. If I had to give a score prediction just to tell you how close this is going to be, 24-27. I think it comes down to a field goal. But I think it's a mistake off the Eagles, interception, fumble, or something that puts them in field goal range. 5 seconds to go. Dolphins kick a field goal, and they're losing in a heartbreaker. But this is the game that I'm scared of them losing that's going to wake the Eagles up. You think they were mad last week? This is the game right here. Vic, I don't know if you agree with anything I said, but I know you had the Dolphins winning too, right?
Yeah,
I see things a little differently.
I'm the only one that has the
think-
Eagles winning. So yes.
Yeah, the Dolphins on defense, they don't create much of a pass rush. They're not good at run blocking. I don't see the issue with them and their defense. That doesn't scare me at all. It's can the Eagles offense keep up with the Dolphins offense? And I think that's where we come to an issue. I think the offense right now for the Dolphins is high powered. You're talking about Tyreek Hill, the best receiver in football right now. Bar none. You can't say he's not.
Is he playing? Because I know he went out last week.
No, he's gonna be playing.
Oh, is he?
My guy has a goal of hitting 2,000 yards, and damn it be all, he's going to get those 2,000 yards.
Correct, but the way he's going, he can miss a game and still get 2,000 yards, like straight up.
But I'm telling you, he won't be. Then you have Jalen Waddle. He's been out for a while, and he's coming along as well. Raheem Mostert. He has fumbling issues, but the man is fast, and he's been getting in the end zone. If I'm not mistaken, he leads the NFL with the most touchdowns for a running back. So they have a high-powered offense. Their defense, like I said, doesn't scare me at all. I think with the Eagles, their offense they're gonna stumble. I should say they're gonna hurt themselves. The Dolphins' defense won't do anything to hinder them. They won't be able to stop Jalen. Jalen's gonna be able to run free. It's just the offense won't be able to keep up with Miami's offense. We won't be able to score as much. I got Miami pretty much blowing us out. I'm gonna say 35. To the Eagles 17.
Yeah, I didn't. That's why I kind of left the floor open because I knew you were probably going to mention that offense. I'm like, I don't think it's even a talking point. Everybody knows that the Miami's offense is it's like killing people. Tua's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, it's
what's his name? Tyreek Hill told y'all that he was going to be close to 2,000 yards, if not breaking the record this year. They're doing everything that they said that they're going to do, man.
And I didn't even mention the fact that the Dolphins might get Jeff Wilson coming back. If that happens, they're going to have a two-headed combo that the defense, as good as it is with Jalen Carter, they're not going to be able to keep up with them. They're going to be way too fast. Like I said, I think the Eagles will hurt themselves in this game. I think the offense will stumble. Yes, because of Brian Johnson. Yes, because of what happened. But it's going to be too much for them. It's too much for them to overcome.
Yeah, man.
The key, honestly, is going to be the long, sustained offensive drive for Philly, especially in that first half, because as much as we have seen it, the defense, it takes a while. It's literally until the halftime adjustments. That's when it's like, all right, we're locked down now.
Yep.
Well, for Philly, the key is going to be their defensive line. That defensive line is going to have to disrupt Tua. They're going to have to get hands up in the passing lanes because, Tua's not throwing the ball the highest. He's not a tall guy. They're going to have to get him moving around the pocket. If they can't cause any kind of disruption for Tua, it's a wrap. He has all day to just pick us apart.
Yeah.
But if he's having trouble staying in the pocket, running out, extending plays, then the Eagles have a chance.
It is going to be because I've already seen it is looking like Carter is back, Brown is back, Slay is back. So it's like this, you're getting some healthy guys back on defense. The defense has just been picked apart shambles. It is going to be the pass rush and just have Tua just keep making mistakes because we've seen him be vulnerable. I mean, we've seen that in the Giants game. Yes, they won that, but he still made plenty of mistakes. We saw that in the Bills game. Speaking of Miami, here's the resident Miami fan who surprisingly picked Philly. He does not trust Miami at all in this game.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, your family's all in on Miami.